In this video, we're going to identify key components of a parabola with its vertex not at the origin. It says, given the parabola below, find the endpoints of the lattice rectum. So you can see that we have x plus 2 squared equals negative 28y minus 1, which is this formula here. And I'm going to write that at the top. It would be x minus h squared. Anytime we're not centered at the origin, it's x minus h squared is equal to 4p y minus k. So we can see that our h and k values, so h is equal to negative 2, our k value is equal to positive 1, and our 4p is equal to negative 28, which tells us if we divide by 4 on each side that p is equal to negative 7. So if I want to find the endpoints of the lattice rectum, I really need to find the foci. So to find the foci, well, I can do both actually. So to find the foci, we're going to say that we're going to have to take, in our case, because we have a upward or downward facing parabola, the foci, we're going to have h be the same, and then we're going to have to add in a value of k plus p. So we're going to have to add in this p value to this k value here. So that's going to give us, for the foci, h, which is negative 2, and then k plus p, that'd be 1 minus 7. So I end up with my foci being negative 2, and that'd be 1 minus 7, that's negative 6. So the y value of the foci is going to be, so this value here is going to be the lattice rectum equation. So we have y is equal to negative 6 for the lattice rectum equation. And so then what I want to do is I want to go through and I want to figure out what are the endpoints for that y equals to negative 6 value. So I go back to the equation and I plug in. So I have x plus 2 squared equals negative 28. And I plug in the negative 6. So I have negative 6 minus 1. So I have x plus 2 squared equals negative 28 times negative 7. I get 196 there. So I have x plus 2 squared equals 196. Now I'm going to square root each side, and I get x plus 2 is equal to plus and minus the square root of 196. It's 14. So if I add the 2 or subtract the 2 over, I get x is equal to negative 2 plus and minus 14. So that tells me my endpoints for the endpoints of lattice rectum are going to be negative 2 plus 14, which is 12, comma, my y value that I plugged in at the beginning, which my y value I plugged in was negative 6, so 12, negative 6, and then negative 2 minus 14, which would be negative 16, comma, negative 6. So you can see that that would be this fifth option down for my endpoints of the lattice rectum.